Cricket Dreams. So in this video I plan to say top 3 news of world cricket. The first news is about IPL 2020 top 3 things that went wrong for RCB in this season, and the second news is that 5 players that KK might release in the next year's IPL, and the third news is about top 5 players that CSK should release in their upcoming IPL 2021 season. So guys, the first news to kickstart this video is about top 3 things that went wrong for RCB in this season. The Royal Challengers Bangalore's IPL 2020 campaign came to a disappointing end as they crashed out of the tournament with a 6-wicket loss to Sunrisers Hyderabad in the eliminator. It was a season that started with a lot of promise for Royal Challengers Bangalore as they won 5 out of their first 7 games and later 7 out of their first 10 games. But things took a turn for the worse as they suffered defeats in the next 4 league games. At one stage it seemed like they cruised into the top 4, but they ended up barely edging past KKR on a net run rate basis. Their happiness at having qualified for the playoffs for the first time since 2016 was cut short by the fact that they were shown the door after losing their 5th game in a row. RCB have always been a team in the spotlight with big names like Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers in their ranks and one of the most passionate fan bases behind them. All eyes were on them fixed. The expectations have always been high with this franchise, but year after year fans are let down while the supporters have been a lot more to cheer about this year. The disappointment of the team being eliminated will sting no less. Here are top 3 things that went wrong for Virat Kohli's men this season in IPL 2020. Number 1. RCB's failed bet on Australian limited over skipper Aaron Finch. Since Chris Gale's exit from the franchise in 2018, RCB have lacked an explosive opening batsman who could get them runs reliably on the top order. And Aaron Finch did seem like the perfect fit for the role. You can't just absolutely blame RCB management for hedging their bets on him, as he was a seasoned campaigner with a lot of experience and a proven record in T20 cricket. The one blemish on Finch's profile was that he had a very low average record in IPL. Unfortunately for RCB, Finch's poor run in IPL continued as he ended up another season without being able to translate his international success into IPL performances in IPL. Finch ended the season with 268 runs from 12 games at a strike rate of 111.2 and an average of 22.33, which was in a stark contrast to his strike rate of 154.65 and an average of 38.44 in T20s. Moreover, the OC white ball captain also had one of the most highest dot ball percentages for batsmen in this year's tournament, which is 152 is named from 12 innings. RCB's investment in Aaron Finch most certainly did not pay off. Number 2 is RCB's middle order models. RCB have always been known as a team that possesses great batting strength. However, it was RCB's top 4 that did all the hard work and scored huge amount of runs all along. RCB's flimsy middle order was exposed this season as they failed to shoulder any responsibilities and didn't put up a fight when it was needed the most from them. This was clearly reflected in the fact that RCB had the lowest run rate in the middle overs among all the teams this season. RCB's over-reliance on Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers meant that they could not bat with freedom they would have liked to, as the prospect of a batting collapse was always on their mind. RCB's inexperienced middle order, consisting primarily of Gurkeerat Singh Mann, Shivam Dube and Washington Sundar, failed to back their star batsman up. Moving forward, RCB will have to think about bulking up their middle order with some proven match winners. Number 3 and the last one is Virat Kohli's waxing and waning form. Undoubtedly, Virat Kohli's contributions with the bat play a pivotal role in determining RCB's success in that particular year of IPL. However, it's very rare that Kohli is associated with failure and is a loser. While this season might not have been an outright failure for beloved RCB skipper, it certainly wasn't a season he will remember for ages because he certainly didn't live up to his own lofty standards. Kohli looked like a shadow of himself at the start of the season with scores of 14, 1 and 3 from the first 3 games. While he did go back to being himself in the middle of the campaign, his form started to wane again back towards the back end of the innings. Kohli registered scores of 9, 7, 29 and 6 in RCB's last 4 games and finished the season with 466 runs from 15 games at an average of 42.36 and a strike rate of just above 120. If it were anybody other than Virat Kohli, those are fantastic numbers. But because he sets the bar so high for himself, it's safe to say that he wasn't his best in this year's IPL 2020. So guys, this is the first news, and the second news is about 5 players that KKR might release ahead of the next IPL season. So guys, the Kolkata Knight Riders KKR had a rather anticlimactic end to their IPL 2020 campaign. A semi-moderate tally of 7 wins at the league stage saw them finish at the 5th spot at the points table, virtually guaranteed to secure a spot in the playoffs. Sadly though, a series of unfortunate results in the tournament final, thanks to their saw them falling short of their coveted qualification berth, and also thanks to their uninspiring net run rate (NRR). With the campaign now done and dusted in this year, there are several observations that one can make of the squad regarding what they should or shouldn't have done. From the looks of it, the post of Gautam Gambhir era of KKR seems centered around the team's budding Indian stars. Under the head coach Brendan McCullum, the Knight Riders think tanks seem intent on empowering a core group of young match winners who are heavily supported by an ensemble of quality international names. Despite a not so impressive playoffs record in the past 2 editions, KKR have done a moderate successful job thus far in grooming a batch of match winners in their side. That said, it's equally important for the team to address its prevailing balance issues so they can return stronger for the next year. And a good area to start those preparations would be identifying the players they will release ahead of the auctions next year. Here is a list of 5 such players whom KKR might release. Number 1, Tom Bantham. Touted as a successor to the legendary Kevin Pietersen, Tom Bantham, the English hard-hitter, arrived into IPL 2020 with a much hype around him. Unfortunately, though, he didn't have much impact in IPL in the KKR sloppy batting campaign. The 21-year-old Somerset batsman featured in 2 of Knight Riders games, both coming against the mighty Royal Challengers Bangalore (RCB), and could only score 18 runs. It wasn't an ideal situation for the young Turk, as his batting position was shuffled around in both games. Neither did he have an assured playing position in the playing 11, which clearly took a toll on his confidence as well. But as unlikely as it is, should KKR decide to free up some of their overseas slots for the next edition, Bantham looks like a certain omission from their next season's roster. KKR already has a long list of openers and top order batsmen in their ranks. It makes more sense for the team to buff its foreigner contingency with a few extra middle order options, and to achieve that, there's a strong likelihood that KKR will consider relinquishing Bantham from his incumbent position in the team. So guys, at number 2 is Chris Green. In recent times, Chris Green, the Durban-born Australian spin bowler all-rounder, has made a healthy reputation for himself as a T20 specialist. His responsible and assured style of play has even promoted him to captaincy roles for several white ball franchises. For example, in CPL 2020, he captained Guyana Amazon Warriors. At KKR, however, Green had a lot less of these tactical burdens to deal with, which should have allowed him to perform in a much more free-falling way. But the sample space of Green's performances turned out to be rather small. He featured for KKR in a solitary game against the Mumbai Indians, where he conceded 24 runs in a 17-ball spell. Like Bantham, Green's limited appearance don't really make a strong case for Kolkata Knight Riders and the management to be excluding him next season. What does work against his favour though is the fact that KKR already has a cohesive spin bowling unit featuring the likes of West Indies Sunil Narine, young Varun Chakravarti and Kuldeep Yadav. The presence of these big stalwarts relegates Green to a season-long bench warming role. In such a scenario, KKR might prefer to release him, acquire a more useful fast bowler for Inner in their lineup. And number 3, Nikhil Naik. The ongoing IPL season saw KKR try several of the young local batsmen across different batting positions. The likes of Ringo Singh, Rahul Tripathi and Nikhil Naik all got a chance to feature in the playing 11 at some point or the other. While none of the three really had a breakthrough season with the bat, the team seems to identify Tripathi as a long-term option. This potentially endangers the position of the remaining batting options in the squad. But between the duo of Nikhil and Ringu, Nikhil seems like the most vulnerable candidate who can miss out on representing KKR next season. Ringu, despite not being regular in the team, happens to be an integral part of its first choice substitute player. His on-field ability and sublime fielding skills make him vital to KKR's backup plans. The 25-year-old Nikhil, meanwhile, clearly falls behind on the fitness aspect. He does provide a handy wicket-keeping option if needed, but with Tim Safett's recent induction to the side, even that particular area seems covered. As a result, KKR might opt to trade him to a team like Royal Challengers Bangalore (RCB) as an extra wicket-keeping option. Number 4, Siddesh Lad. Prior to the IPL 2020 auctions, KKR had acquired Siddesh Lal, Mumbai's crisis man in domestic circuit from Mumbai Indians MI via trading window. The presence of some renowned Indian names in MI's star-studded lineup didn't allow the local boy Sid Lad to break into the playing 11. Across 4 seasons, he made only a single appearance for Mumbai where he scored 15 runs. But with Kolkata Knight Riders releasing some of their top Indian names and opting for a new look approach, it looked like at one point Lad would finally get his spotlight in IPL. The departure of Robin Uthappa allowed Siddesh to fill in as a like-for-like replacement in KKR's middle order. But as it turned out, the many people decided to play Lad's fellow Maharashtrian Rahul Tripathi in their first choice 11. Consequently, Lad was relegated to bench warming duties for the entire season. There is a chance that KKR will still stick with Lad as a reserve batsman for the upcoming 2021 season as well. What's more likely though is that they will swap him for an all-rounder to a team that is more urgent need of an Indian batting options. Teams like Chennai, Rajasthan or Hyderabad, who have often struggled to find a balance with their Indian batting options this year, come to mind as teams who might be interested to add Lad in their squad in the upcoming IPL 2021 auction. Number 5 and the last one is Sandeep Warrior. Even before the start of the season, the KKR backroom staff had strongly hyped the team up and coming Indian pace bowling attack. Kolkata fans were eagerly looking forward to see the young express pace bowling duo of Kamlesh Nagakoti and Shivam Mavi finally coming together in their act. And for most of the part, the former under-19 champions lived up to their hype, giving a good exhibition of their fitness and quality in the opportunities they received. Occasionally, they also had assistance of Prasidh Krishna, the most experienced Indian quick in the Knight Riders camp, to complete their spicy bowling. But with KKR's young guns grabbing most of the limelight, several players were somewhat unlucky to go under the radar, and one such player was the 29-year-old fast bowler Sandeep Warrior happens to be one such player. The dexterous Kerala right arm quick featured in Kolkata's season opener against Mumbai Indians at Abu Dhabi. Unfortunately though, a lean outing in his first match conceded 37 runs and also didn't take any wicket meant that he was out of the playing 11 in the very next game. He wasn't given a chance since then, and given how well the other 3 Indian quicks have fit into the Kolkata Knight Riders scheme of things, it seems unlikely that he will get one more game at the Kolkata Knight Riders jersey. The team might consider trading or releasing him to another franchise. So guys, now for the final news, I have decided to say top 5 players that Chennai Super Kings CSK should definitely release ahead of their IPL 2021 season. So guys, the delayed edition of 13th 13th Indian Premier League has been full of surprises and revelations, setting paramount standards in the cricketing fraternity. The cash-rich tournament has once again showcased the unmatched quality of cricket executed by the professionals of the sport in United Arab Emirates. However, among many of the surprises turned out to be the biggest upsets in IPL 2020. Much to the cheerful fans' dismay, Chennai Super Kings failed to book a spot in the playoffs for the first time in the history of the competition, opening floodgates of criticism and questions. It has certainly made it precarious for the team management to answer. Languishing in the 7th spot of the points table, it is inevitable that the Yellow Army could not live up to the billings at all. On that note, this article sheds spotlight on CSK players who might have been the major chinks in their armor throughout the season. Eventually, these sport stars will be shown the exit door prior to the upcoming auction for the greater good of the Yellow Army in IPL 2021 season. Here are 5 players that CSK should release ahead of IPL 2021. Number 1. Kedar Jadhav. The Pune-based cricketer Kedar Jadhav went under the hammer in 2018. Although he sustained a major injury in the 11th edition, nobody had a doubt on the batsman's potential with the willow. The Indian batsman boasts plenty of exotic shots under his sleeves. However, all the swangy skills apparently went for a toss in the 13th edition of the cash-rich tournament. The right-hander accumulated as many as mere 63 runs in 8 outings for the yellow outfit. Unable to play his role to the perfection, the Chennai skipper was forced to make him warm the benches for the rest of the season. The 35-year-old landed on hot waters for this ridiculous form. He scored at an average of 20.66. With mounting pressure from fans and media, MS Dhoni and support staff are expecting to make some tough calls for the upcoming season. Hence, Kedar Jadhav may face the heat prior to the IPL 14th auction. Number 2. Piyush Chawla. The Uttar Pradesh tweaker Piyush Chawla holds a rare potential to show the scoreboard with his flighty deliveries. The brilliant cricketer piled his trade for the Yellow Brigade after serving his duty for the Kolkata Knight Riders for many years. The match winner could not weather the storm of the opposition in the 13th season, resulting in his inevitable dropping from the playing 11. Not living up to his standards as MS Dhoni and his team management would be expecting from him, the spinner could only muster about 6 wickets at an expense of 191 runs. Adding to his woes was his abysmal economy of 9.9. Under difficult circumstances in the UAE atmosphere, Piyush found it difficult to get into the rhythm from word go. With experience of a youth philosophy not working anymore, the aging cricketer is expected to be up for grabs in the upcoming auction. Eventually, the yellow outfit must be roping in a spiller who can fill up the huge boots of the cricket stalwart Piyush Chawla. Number 3. Dwayne Bravo. The Caribbean superstar Dwayne Bravo has always been a fan's delight due to his outstanding wits and cricketing brain. The brilliant all-rounder has been donning the yellow jersey ever since the tournament's inception in 2009. However, nothing seems to go in the stalwart's favour in the ongoing stint. With the bat, the cricketing charm has only racked 7 runs in 6 matches and picked 6 wickets with the ball. The driving force of CSK has been under the scrutiny for his awful rendition throughout the season. Making matters the most worse, Bravo also succumbed to a major injury which forced him to bow out from the star-studded team and also the most lucrative tournament. Unable to live up to the billing, Stephen Fleming and co must be moved to axe the out-of-form all-rounder. However, the 38-year-old is surely going to bag a hefty contract for the different franchise and bounce back in a sheer style. At number 4, Shane Watson. The Australian ace batsman can turn the tables on the side with the sheer comfort and sheer shots. Putting his prize to the wicket, the premier power hitter has played a crucial role in cementing a solid foundation stone for the Yellow Army all these years. However, his contributions has been immensely below par in this year, to be honest. True to what he is known for, Shane's bat remained muted throughout the season. The right-hander has noted 300 runs in 11 appearances for MS Dhoni's team, averaging around 30. Du Plessis went all guns blazing, lashing 13 huge sixes and 33 electrifying floors. Although the team could not cross the line of triumph on most of the occasions, he has emerged as the lighthouse of the batting unit for CSK. However, the heavyweight has already decided to put an end to his cricketing career after CSK's last match against Kings XI Punjab on Sunday. Subsequently, Shane is expected to remain in touch with the team management, donning a support staff role in the upcoming edition, maybe. Number 5. Murali Vijay. The Tamil Nadu-based top-order batsman Murali Vijay has been the biggest upset for CSK's outfit. Vijay's potential was immediately recognized as he was handed Test debut against Australia in the final Test at Nagpur. Vijay with a bat showed a stoic opener technique against the then world champions. The Flair batter scored 33 and 40, shading the middle order from the new ball and putting a price on his wicket. Of late in cricketing carnival, Murali Vijay remained off-coloured, managing to amass 32 runs in 3 matches, closing his chances to make it in the playing 11 after his poor rendition with the bat, making his case stronger for CSK to rethink their decision to retain the talented Tamil Nadu batsman. Murali must have played his last season for CSK. So thank you for watching my channel. Kindly like, subscribe and comment, and for more such notifications of the world cricket, kindly subscribe channel, and also kindly like, share and comment the video for more such notifications and news of world cricket. So thank you.